Sudden finish. Hazel Park Raceway abruptly closing after nearly 70 years.
Employees showing up to the track at 10 Mile in DeQuinder to find out that location has been sold. The 90 workers there learning they are out of a job. All of this stunning news as well to horse owners from across the country who made the trek to Hazel Park only to be turned away.
7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith live in Hazel Park. Matt, what kind of effect is this going to have on the community at large?
Well, boy, I mean, it really just depends on who you ask. You talk to the horse trainers, they're upset because they put all that money into training horses throughout the entire winter. And now they don't have anywhere to race and they can't go to other tracks. They're full up. Talk about the employees, about 90 people out of jobs, out of work. They don't know where their next paycheck's coming from. And then you have the city on top of it all. They don't know where their tax revenue is going to come from after they shut their doors. To look at Hazel Park Raceway today, you hardly recognize it. But back in the 50s, this place was the spot. Back then, it accounted for nearly half the city's budget off tax dollars alone. As it aged, the money flow slowed. Down to a quarter of the budget by the 80s, it was a mere 1% the past few years.
Don't get me wrong, there will be a negative revenue consequence for us, but it's nothing that's going to imperil our future or anything like that.
Hazel Park city manager says this is a rough day. In fact, he learned about the track's demise like many on the news.
Hell no, if I knew that, I'd have got out last winter.
But this is nothing new. As far back as 2004, Hazel Park fought to bring modern casino gaming to the track to boost revenue here. 20 of the 48 states that allow horse racing subsidize it in some form through gambling, something that nearly went into effect here, but ultimately failed.
The Hazel Park racetrack has been operating in a very unfavorable regulatory environment with the state of Michigan for about the past 20 years. So the track has been struggling.
Now, I did look into those numbers. Year to year, the numbers are down about 58 million last year, but it used to be tenfold that back in the heyday. I did talk to the Michigan Gaming Board. While they don't legislate, they did respond to a lot of people talking about those poor regulations, saying, quote, "This is sad news, but not surprise, as we've seen a steady decline in wagering and attendance at Hazel Park Raceway. Prolonged litigation involving Hazel Park management and ownership dealing with the sale of tracks and gambling operations in other states may have contributed to this decision. Whatever the reason is, it's little consolation to the roughly 90 people who are out of the job and just found out earlier today. We're live in Hazel Park. Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
Yeah, certainly tough news for them. Thank you so much, Matthew, for that live report. Head to WXYZ.com and our Facebook page to join the conversation by sharing your favorite memory from the racetrack.